So we have a 2-home residential program. We have our maternity home in Des Plaines, Heather's House, which is named for the wife of the founder of Aid for Women, Deacon Tom Bresler. And then we have Monica's house in the Portage Park neighborhood of Chicago, and that's our transitional home. So at Heather's house, the women come to us pretty much in any stage of their pregnancy, and they stay with us through the pregnancy, and then 3 to 6 months after the baby comes. During that time, we work with them to sort of help them get out of whatever crisis they are dealing with. We help them set up prenatal care. We help them with our Earn While You Learn and Bright Start courses, which are educational modules that handle things from prenatal development all the way through, to toddler care and even on to life skills like buying a car, getting an apartment. And in that time, we're really focused on healthy pregnancy and transition, because our hope is that when they're done living with us at Heather's house, they're either transitioning into independence or they're transitioning to Monica's house. And at Monica's house, our residents stay with us 2 years, sometimes a little bit longer depending on their need. And while they're here, it's really about independence. So they're living here, they're working, they're going to school. We're helping with improving parenting skills, helping with finances, and really helping them become those independent women and independent families that we know they can be. Our women are of enormously diverse backgrounds, of enormously diverse stories. We help women who are homeless, and that homelessness, women who are living on park benches, women who are living in their cars while they're pregnant, or really the newer face of homelessness, which is just this insecurity of housing. So they're going from couch to couch, home to home, family to or friends. They're doing whatever they need to do to secure a bed for the night. We help women who are in domestic violence situations, who are leaving either a boyfriend. Often even we see domestic violence within family, so a sibling, a parent that they're living with. People who are working on their immigration status. Really, there's very little that we say no to, and it's a really diverse background. So a lot of our clients and residents, violence is stitched into their history, into their culture. So part of our big work is sort of undoing that, introducing them to a new culture. So it's almost status quo. They accept it as just a reality. I would also say that when pregnancy happens in what is often an unstable relationship, the pregnancy shifts the control aspect. So it ceases to be about a relationship, loving or not, and it becomes about focusing on that baby, on that pregnancy. And the psychology of an abuser, they don't like when the focus shifts off of them and onto something that they view as insignificant or is going to disrupt their lives, disrupt their normal. So that is a trigger for violence often. What we offer our moms is counseling first and foremost. We work with like-minded, mission-driven counselors that will work with our moms. One of our biggest jobs as a residential program is to help our women realize their dignity. We do all the extra stuff. We help them, educationally, we help them financially, we help them, vocationally, but the biggest thing we do is help them realize their dignity. Because when you're a homeless woman, when you're a woman leaving crisis, when you're dealing with trauma, you forget who you are. So what we do is try to remind them that they are precious, that they are worthy, and at the end of the day, that they're loved, as long as they are loved. So we do help them with therapists, with psychologists. We walk with them in their prenatal appointments. If they bring something to us, we encourage them, of a history of domestic violence, of a history of injury. We will be with them in those prenatal appointments so they can talk to their physicians about those things. But really at the end of the day, it's really helping them reestablish the importance of their dignity. I can think of one resident just recently, and she was pregnant with twins. She had twin babies, and the father of those twins said, "There's no way you can do this. You just have to have an abortion. I'm not gonna support you. I'm not gonna help you. You can't." And so she called Aid for Women, and we brought her into Heather's house, and we said, you can. And now that mom is in school, she's working, they're in an apartment of their own, and really flourishing in life. Certainly something that I take a lot of pride in the work that we do is remembering that not only are we working to break this cycle to combat domestic violence, but we are specifically gifted with the grace to help fix this generationally, because we have little baby boys born to us, right? We have future men that come into our home, and we are able, because if these women have a history of distrust of men, of struggles with men, and then they have a baby boy, so we get the opportunity to help them to learn to shift the story, and raise up really strong, godly men, which is a huge gift to have. And certainly Aid for Women, we have an abundant harvest, and we certainly could use any help that anyone could give us. Be it certainly the very first thing we always ask for is prayer. This is not just a physical; this is a spiritual battle that we're in daily. We are a nonprofit, so financial resources are always welcome. Volunteer opportunities exist to come in and help at our centers, to help in our homes, to help with all of our various events. But the number one thing is prayer.